Astrology time, and today is Tuesday, the 11th of August. So let's go. Our moon starts out void of course in Cancer, and it's going to be, we're going to have a couple things happening, right? Mars enters Cancer at 4:30 in the morning, and then 8 minutes after that, the moon enters Leo. Okay? 4:38 in the morning. 8 minutes during the 808 portal. How do you like them apples, right? Now, there are no coincidences, just confirmations, and a lot of you are looking for them. The chart for tomorrow has so many aspects. Tomorrow, look at Shane. The chart for today, doing this the day before, right? The chart for today has so many aspects that will be firing across the entire cauldron, up the sides and across the interior. Just crazy, right? Just imagine a vessel sitting there. Now, there are 7 aspects, and we're at a crossroads of sorts. What does crossroads remind you of? Drop it in the comments, okay? I love that. Just a little bit of stuff for all of you out there, okay? Now, don't try to be everything to everyone, okay? Since that eclipse in Aquarius last February, we've been innovating in our own unique way, speaking to the collective. You can feel this today because there are practical problems that need creative solutions, right? Not everything needs to be this huge art project, right? There are certain things that we need to do. I had to clean the cellar yesterday. I had to start one item at a time, one wash load at a time. Dry it out a little bit, disinfectant, do all that stuff, right? Because it sat down there for too long, making problems. Anyway, I'm not even going to talk about that. Don't try to be everything to everyone, okay? We're doing it in our own unique way. We're speaking to the collective. You can feel this today because there are practical problems that still need creative solutions. They could be work problems. They could be any kind of problems, right? There are things that are being revealed that can shift the tide tides in Pluto's favor, okay? Pluto is looking to change up how we deal with each other societally, right? Pluto and Aquarius, very much all about power to the people, not top-down power like it was when Pluto was in Capricorn. Now, Pluto is in Aquarius for quite a long time, right? We're talking about a 20-year ride. The patriarchy hates eclipses because the divine female blocks the light from the sun. Right? The kings, right? A king will fall. That's one of those old-time things that they had, right? The king falls. Well, that's because, they did away with the women so long ago, right? It's a gentle reminder that we all emerged from the peaceful, loving, protective darkness that was our first home. Now, Mars enters Cancer today, and will honor this and more. So you can see where I'm going. And today's keyword is focus. And the color is a sunstone. Kind of orangey, kind of gold. Like those, right? Now, the sun in Leo is conjunct Jupiter. Leo is loud. Leo is proud. And Leo is poised to send every minion it can muster out to do its bidding. There's only one problem. Venus wants very little. What does Venus want? She's in Libra, right? Oh, that's going to be interesting, right? Peace, harmony, not a lot, just enough, right? Enough, equal amounts, equal for everybody. And the scales are for justice. So there's some justice that's baked into this equation too. Now, think about this. It is Black Moon Lilith, that mathematical point that where they try to determine where the moon is, the apogee of the moon on the other side, where it revolves around. Yes, that Black Moon Lilith that point desires what we really want and won't be controlled over or told no, right? It's us going for it. Now, how does that work? Well, traditionally, it's said to be a shadow personality that is hidden or repressed. Sounds like what they want to do to the first woman, right? It is a place of gut instinct and deep rage. For our purposes, we're going to ignore all that because that's what the patriarchy wants us to accept, right? No, this is a feral, strong, anti-feminine female energy. Anti-feminine in what way, Shane? Well, this is not a passive but an active energy, but it's seldom talked about this way because they don't want us to go there, right? Who's the they? Plutocrats, authoritarians, people in power, the guys, right? The boys club in power. We're trying to break that cycle. We're breaking that cycle together, right? Male, female, everybody together, because this is where we have to go to get to where we want to be to build a better world and future for everybody. Okay? Now, it's time that we get a little feral and we just go for it, right? Now, why is it Black Moon Lilith? Well, if you look at the cauldron, the only point that's outside of the cauldron that's making it a basket is Black Moon Lilith. Now, Black Moon Lilith is at 26 degrees Sagittarius, conjunct with the galactic center. Oh, now this is going to get really woo, right? Your awareness of this may very well transcend both time and space and join with the universal consciousness. Because why not? If that's where Black Moon Lilith takes you, then go for it. Feral, wild, capable. Now, don't let today run away from you. It's important to not just take anyone else's word for what is going on. We verify. Uranus is in Gemini, and that means the truth appears in flashes. Now, the bots, the propaganda, and all of the other bullshit that stuff goes on, name calling, finger pointing, projecting and insidiously eroding the credibility of narratives that they don't agree with. Yeah, that stuff's going to go on immediately right afterwards, right? Despite all this, the cauldron bubbles. Call forth your manifestations. Don't ask. They're already there. You just need to make room for them. Now, Venus hits the cauldron exactly tonight, forming perfected trines with both Pluto and Uranus. The Grand Air Trine, that's going to be Venus, Pluto, and Uranus, welcomes tomorrow's first astronomical events about an hour before sunrise. Now, what's going to happen? Both Jupiter and Mercury will be visible low in the sky, and then you'll be able to see Mars. Now, you can't see Uranus, but Uranus is there, Saturn. So we're going to see all of those planets in a line, and they're actually all lined up very nicely because the cauldron, right, the sextiles, they're very much lined up. Mars is not part of that cauldron. Mars is outside of it, but Mars is still visible. And it's one of the planets that we can see here from Earth. Now, it's kind of interesting, right? The air trine, now think about this. The air trine will drive the news for the next few days. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we've got issues of, legal issues. We've got societal issues. We've got communication issues, right? Back and forth and back and forth. They're all going to loom large. Stay focused on your development, right? Reaching out, that feral part that's going to go beyond all this nonsense and go for something bigger, grander, brighter, and greater, off into the distance, right? Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is conjunct with the Sun. The Sun, Jupiter, and Jupiter will be involved in tomorrow's eclipse. This is a turning point. This is a page where we're going to turn and we're going to look, and we're going to look to that point out there. And where's that point opposite? Mars, right? So our actions in Cancer, not necessarily at odds with Black Moon Lilith because they're opposing each other, because those oppositions can work in complementary ways as well, right? If we have Mars sitting right at the cusp and just enters, it was originally in Gemini, right? Gemini is opposite Sagittarius, 27 degrees, 0 degrees of Cancer. We have a cardinal opportunity to seize this and be able to make this mutable energy work for everybody. But we have to be fearless, and we have to be willing to go beyond to wherever our imagination and Saturn will take us. And that is it. Saturn, Jupiter. Guess what? Saturn's still in there too, because Saturn is trine with Mars. So that's even better, right? Or it was. Anyway, yeah, we're beyond Saturn. Saturn is out of this for now. So forget that. That was just a slip. So that's all we got for you. So thank you for joining me. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Now, on this day in 1919, the Green Bay Packers football team, have you ever wondered about that? The club? Yeah, it's founded by George Calhoun and Curly Lambeau. You know, Lambeau Field? Yep, that's the guy. And it's named after the sponsor, Indian Packing Company. Now, that's something that's interesting. And our birth is Christian Eichmann. He is born in 1858, and he died in 1930. He's a Dutch physician, bacteriologist, and he won the Nobel Prize in Medicine. He actually co-won it with Sir Frederick Hopkins, maybe. And basically, they discovered vitamins, okay, by doing a lot of work with the Dutch East India Company and going back and forth to Indonesia and the Netherlands. He was exposed to malaria, and then he studied the effects of beriberi and found out it was a vitamin deficiency, and both him and this Englishman put it forth, and they won the Nobel Prize in 1929. He died in 1930. He was born in Newkirk in the Netherlands. And that's all I have for you. So let's recap, shall we? Take your vitamins today. Christian will be proud of you. And look, our color is a sunstone, and the key word is focus, because we really have to focus on this stuff. So today's a 7. Happy astrocatting.